Hello, I'm James McKelvy, and I'm going to talk about my chosen organization, the Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center, or MMAC, for the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA. But first, a little background about myself. I'm originally from Del City, Oklahoma, and I joined the Navy right out of high school and retired after 23 years of service. During my time in the Navy, I was an instructor at the United States Naval Academy and participated in several seminars that discussed diversity. I also spent time in Iraq as a linguist operations manager, being immersed in Arabic and Iraqi culture. I'm currently a facilities manager at the Federal Aviation Administration's Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center. In this presentation, I'm going to discuss diversity management and my recommendations on how the MMAC may improve upon what is currently in place. First, I'll give a short background on the MMAC, and I will talk about the areas of recruiting for diversity, building cultural intelligence, and promotion opportunities for older employees. All references may be found in the last slide in APA format. The Federal Aviation Administration was established in 1946. The Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center was founded in 1958 and named after Oklahoma Senator Mike Monroney, who was instrumental in establishing the center. Currently, the center employs 6,300 federal and contract employees, with approximately one-third being students at the FAA's Academy for air traffic controllers and support services technicians that work on power distribution, instrument landing systems, and air control and weather radars. What is managing diversity? Essentially, it is managing and responding effectively to leadership challenges and opportunities in the workplace. Presented are some points to ponder that are the basis for my recommendations for the Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center. Avoiding diversity issues can be perilous for a company. Cultural intelligence gives us an understanding of people's actions in context of culture and helps to maintain calm when cultural differences create conflict. Companies must attract all qualified people or lose their competitive edge. And finally, diversity begins at the top, and there is always room for improvement, even in top performing companies. The FAA and the Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center do a few things quite well when it comes to diversity management. First, the top leaders are engaged with diversity management. They have clearly defined policies and rules regarding discrimination and harassment. The center has a partnership with organizations that help to find gainful employment for people with disabilities. They have also established an emerging leaders program that trains the future leaders of the MMAC and the FAA, for which any employee may apply. They recognize and celebrate the diverse cultures on the center through the diversity calendar, such as Hispanic Heritage Month, Women's History Month, Black History Month, etc. They also sponsor and encourage participation in affinity groups for the workers on the center. However, with all that being said, no matter how well an organization is managing diversity, there is always room for improvement. One area that MMAC can improve on is the recruiting for diversity. Right now, the MMAC sends representatives from the various branches of business on center, such as engineering and logistics, to attend diversity career fairs at colleges to encourage submission of applications via usajobs.gov for potential candidates. The FAA policy only allows for direct hiring based on specific criteria related to persons with disabilities. My recommendation is that instead of sending branch representatives, send hiring managers for the various branches to the diversity career fairs, and then expand the direct hiring authority to include diversity groups when outstanding candidates are identified at these diversity career fairs, allowing a quicker path for hiring. My second recommendation involves building cultural intelligence. Right now, the MMAC hosts cultural events that are coordinated with the various affinity groups and are held during the respective months, such as Black History Month, Women's History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and so on. During recognition of Diversity Month, profiles of employees belonging to the respective cultures being celebrated are part of the agency's daily newsletter with a new profile of an employee from that culture every day. My recommendations to expand on this is to sponsor and organize lunch and learn seminars for the various cultures represented on the center, coordinated with the respective affinity groups, so that all employees may attend and learn a little bit more about the different cultures present on the center. My final recommendation for the Monroney Aeronautical Center is to increase promotion opportunities for older employees. For right now, to be competitive for promotions, participation in the Emerging Leaders Program on center is highly encouraged but not required. The program runs for 2 years and has limited seats available. Selection for the program is competitive, with the overwhelming majority of those being selected are under the age of 40. My recommendation is that since availability is limited, apportion the seats according to the diversity groups on the center to include age. For employees, those being over 40. If no one from a particular diversity group applies for an apportioned seat, then that seat is then reapportioned accordingly to the other diversity groups. This way, older employees are afforded more opportunity to participate in the Emerging Leaders Program. In summary, one of us isn't as strong as all of us. Managing diversity effectively gives us the ability to offer a more inclusive environment where everyone has the opportunity to maximize their potential and help the organization achieve greater success and maintain their competitive edge in the market.